¿Ahora qué? ¿Por qué, güey? Bueno, yo no puedo. Mira, ningún lado, pues el que me quieran romper mi madre, hijo. Vaya, yo venía en son de paz, güey. Y estos güeyes, ¿qué pedo? ¿Por qué, güey? O sea, antes de romper a mi madre, güey, pues díganme, ¿por qué, güey? Mínimo. Por lo menos para no quedarme con la duda, güey. O vamos, quiero saber qué les dice, güey.
There might be a bit of blood when you go upstairs.
You again?
I'm here for a different reason.
After last time, they tortured me. I thought they were going to kill me, just like I told you. It hurt so badly. I begged for death.
I didn't mean for that to happen.
Just hurry and tell me what you want.
You told Socrates something, and I want to know why.
Questioning why the Pythia speaks is a strange thing.
I know why you speak, and I know who controls your voice. Tell me why the cult had you tell Socrates he's the wisest.
The cult didn't tell me to say that. I did that on my own.
Tell me the truth, or I'll force you to.
I gain nothing by lying to you. If you and Socrates are close, you are my ally in this as well.
An ally for what?
I know much of Socrates. Not only has he visited me often, but his students do as well.
Get to the point.
You know the gods don't speak through me. I feel Socrates is the one who can convince others of this. If he succeeds, the cult will have no more need for me.
So you're hoping he comes to the conclusion that the gods don't exist?
It matters not if Socrates believes they exist. He needs simply to doubt that the gods speak through me.
This is getting complicated.
Whatever you do, you can't tell Socrates.
I understand. He has to come to the answer on his own.
Exactly. Although, if you truly wish to help Socrates, a student of his came by not long before you. He seemed distraught.
Distraught?
He was clutching a book tightly to his chest and kept looking over his shoulder. He told me he was going into a tomb nearby until things were safe.
Thank you. I'll find him.
Ah, mira, aquí está, güey. No, vamos, está en la punta de la punta, en la punta
That
del...
doesn't mean you won't kill me. You just want this for yourself.
I'm a friend of Socrates.
You are? Prove it.
I've never met someone as smart as Socrates. I always think about our conversations long after they finished.
You know him all right. I'm sorry for doubting you.
Why were those men after you?
For some reason, they wanted these writings of Socrates's. Well, I wrote them, but it's all his words.
That seems like a strange thing to want.
One of them had a big mouth. He mentioned something about the priest at the sanctuary of Athena Pronea. He said this was the final thing they needed to get rid of Socrates.
I'll take care of the priests.
Thank you. And, well, please, give this to Socrates. It hurts me to say this after all I've learned from him, but I have a family. I can't risk being caught up in whatever this is.
So you're going to stop being his student?
It feels I have no choice. Maybe one day that will change.
I'll be sure to give him the writings.
Thank you. Make sure he stays safe. The world will be a worse place without him in it.
That student gave me an idea. Xantippe said he was a smart person. Maybe I can convince the others who were there to help Socrates. I'm not sure why the priests want Socrates gone, but I need to take care of them. This area will be well defended.
El Alan Wake, digo, ya que está remasterizado. Vaya, ese güey ni siquiera lo tenía que acá. No tenía que invertirle power en ese güey se moría así. A ver, ¿dónde habrá otro güey? Debe de haber más, güey, definitivamente. No mames, esas son las pruebas. ¿Y los sacerdotes cuáles son, güey?
Once we have the papyrus, we simply add a few special notes of our own thought, along with the fake evidence.
Evidentemente el que está ahí adentro, güey. Verga, ese güey me torció.
Those priests must be the ones who hired the thugs and want to get rid of Socrates.
Ese no, güey, el otro. Bueno, salió lo mismo. ¿Este güey traía algo? No traía nada. Espérate, atínale. Por favor. Bueno, güey, güey, es que si la de botarlos, no. Si la skill de botar escudos, güey. Bueno, del putazote, güey. Está un poco complicado, güey. Ah, que es. Ya, güey, deja de hacerme perder mi tiempo. Mira, de hecho la puedo volver a comprar. Espérate, falta el otro. Falta el otro. No, güey, se va a ir. Déjalo, suéltalo. No mames, ya se fue, güey. No mames, ahí viene. Ay. Pinche trámite de este puto juego, güey, neta, güey.
Now that all the priests are dead, they won't be able to testify against Socrates.
Do not
Y pues
students
obviamente
take
está.
what they learn from their teachers? What then if the teacher is wrong? Does that not simply perpetuate these wrong teachings amongst future generations?
You
Pues muy
assume the
inflado,
students
güey.
aren't wise enough to understand the flaws of the teacher. Think of those who came before us. First Thales, then his student Anaximandros, and then Anaximenes. Without
Y es
the
algo que me
teachings of those
emociona.
before him, it's safe to say Anaximenes would not have reached the conclusions he did.
I don't think that's true at all. Oh, perhaps this new phase can offer a different perspective.
A student gets to take all the knowledge of their teacher without needing to come up with answers themselves. If they're smart, they should surpass those they studied under.
An astute observation. The time saved by receiving the knowledge allows the student not only to expand on the ideas, but to come up with more of their own. But what if the student expands on ideas without first seeking the truth behind them?
If we listen to others and take what they say as fact, we have only ourselves to blame.
So, no matter who is speaking, student or teacher, we must spend time trying to understand if what they say is even true.
Your appearance betrays you, Mystios. Clearly, you've taken on a teacher of your own.
Something like that. He's the reason I'm here. Socrates needs your help.
Socrates? Ha! If it's another debate you want, it will be hard for us to decide who hates that man more. Why would we help him?
It doesn't matter if he's your worst enemy. If they're willing to imprison someone like Socrates only for his words, what's to say they won't do the same to you?
So, you want us to help out of fear of being imprisoned ourselves?
I don't care why you help. If I hadn't said his name, would you think it was right Socrates was locked up?
If it's as you say, and it was for his words, then no.
And aren't you afraid it could happen to you, too?
Of course. If we can't speak our minds, what else are we to do?
If you believe that, then you should help.
Fine, fine. You've made your point, and you've made it well. Socrates deserves our help, but we don't give it lightly.
That makes it worth even more.
We'll be on our way then. We'll gather some others as well. Make sure our voices are heard. Believe it or not, we're pretty good at causing a scene.
If you're like Socrates, that's not hard to believe.
Wow, I've never seen someone convince them so easily before.
Is that so? I guess I should feel proud. Surprised to see a child here.
Is there an age at which it would suddenly be okay to debate with them? What then of the night before I turned that age? Should we be prevented from doing what we wish due to the world's view of us?
I can't even have a normal conversation with a child.
Normal is no fun. Look around. Everyone here wants the same thing.
Headaches?
Debate!
You're the first kid I've met who'd rather debate than play.
Don't tell
Yo iba a
me
decir que un
Athens.
Terrenator, güey,
I'm
pero...
envious that you're a student of Socrates. I hope one day to be as well.
You're on the right path. What's your name?
Aristocles. Although I've never liked that name much.
It does sound like countless others I've heard around Athens. Why not choose another?
I can do that? Huh. My brother always had a problem saying my name, so he called me Plato instead. Perhaps I'll use that.
I like it.
Thank you. Well, I better hurry after the others. Here.
I should return to Socrates before the trial starts.
Ahí mi pregunta es quién te paga, güey. A ver, güey.
Socrates, you're here.
I am.
What happened? The trial couldn't have taken place that quickly.
Had I been given the chance to defend myself, it would have been quick indeed. But unfortunately for me, I was let free before I could.
That's good news.
Apparently, those who had charges to bring against me were found dead. And evidence they claimed to have went missing.
It sounds like someone was looking out for you.
There were also some people protesting my arrest, I was told. I have to ask, did you have something to do with this?
Do you really need to ask?
No, but you still deserve the chance to answer.
Did you have time to find an answer for the Pythia's words?
I thought it would have taken much longer than it did, but the moment I stopped thinking about it, it came to me like a flash of Zeus's lightning.
We should get you home. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable there.
In some ways, that will be true. In others, well, Xanthippe will decide that. Being free feels good, but I don't believe Xanthippe will be happy with me.
She has a good reason to be mad this time.
We argue often about how I need to be careful with what I say and where I say it. This will only give her more cause to bring it up.
That doesn't sound very fun.
Oh, you misunderstand. I love it.
You do?
People see Xanthippe and believe it is her beauty that drew me to her. But it is her argumentative spirit I lust for.
Nobody ever likes that about me.
Having my opinions and thoughts challenged helps me to refine them and to grow as a person.
And she likes these arguments?
Oh, I doubt it, but it is in those fiery moments that her spirit is strongest, like an untamed horse.
Don't call her a horse to her face.
I'm afraid your advice is a bit too late.
You came back. Finally. I'm ready to return to Athens. I've had enough of Phorkys and this talk of the Pythia.
You will be happy to hear I have no need for her words any longer.
¿Por qué habla como
Then something
argentina, güey?
positive came out of this after all.
I just remembered. A student of yours has been taking notes of your teachings. He wanted you to have them. What did you do that for?
Nobody asked him to write down my words.
Even so, why not keep it? Share it with others.
Because of a story I was told as a boy.
All right, let's hear it.
The king of Egypt, Thamos, was visited by the god Thephtha. Thephtha offered the invention of writing to the king and told him it was an elixir of memory and wisdom. But Thamos disagreed. He believed the people would no longer use their memories, for they would simply read instead. These written words would not offer true wisdom, but only the appearance of such.
You don't want your own words written down, so others can't use them to pretend to be smart.
Much like creatures in a painting, the words sit there unmoving. If you ask them a question, they will preserve a solemn silence. And no matter how many times you ask, they will only ever say the same thing. They cannot defend their message.
That's the part you like. The defense of your words.
All who speak should defend their words if questioned about them. That is why I choose to speak and not write. That is why any words of mine that last beyond my final breath will be those that people choose to remember. Those words will be true wisdom and not an illusion.
I should get going. I'm glad you're free.
As am I, although, if you allow me, there is something.
I doubt I could
¿Y
stop
ahora
you.
qué quieres?
We like to believe that action means progress, but it's control that's so truly desired. The more we do, the more control it seems we have, but the less we allow for others. If we grip too tightly, we'll find we've crushed what it is we're holding on to.
Meaning?
Meaning we must sometimes let life unfold without trying to influence the outcome.
I'll keep that in mind. I almost forgot. In your letter you said you had something to ask me. What was it?
You know, I've completely forgotten now. Take care, Cassandra.
Stay out of trouble, Socrates.
Ah, sí, sí, cierto, estos no están, güey.
I need a piece of armor, headgear, and boots from the daughters of Artemis. Can you help?
Ah, chinga.
Are these what you're looking for? They don't quite fit me.
Thank you, Misthios. I'll finally be able to infiltrate the daughters of Artemis and join my sisters.
You might want to reconsider. Daughters of Artemis won't respond well to an intruder.
What would you do?
There's a high price to pay for chasing what we want. Maybe even death. You must be willing to pay it.
Yes, this is something I must do.
Vale, ya fue todo, ok. Ay, ¿tú qué
That's
quieres,
a lot
güey?
of chopped trees. The lumber would be a fine addition to any ship.
Everyone knows the finest lumber comes from Chios. But the Malaka in charge of Lesbos keeps trading our product with other city-states. He's gaining influence, and we are losing profits.
Leaders have their reasons. Maybe his dealings help more than you know.
How is using our lumber to strengthen the fleets of other nations helping? No! He has his own interests at heart, not the interests of Lesbos.
Then he's no leader.
Exactly. And if we remove the source of the problem will disappear with it. The people of Lesbos deserve to benefit from its resources. Can I hire you to help?
I can take care of the problem. I'll remove the problem in Mytilene for you.
When you're finished, I'll send the reward to your ship.
Dime que ya lo he matado, güey. Dime que ya está muerto, güey. Mata, no. Bueno, pues el líder ya se murió, güey. O sea, era lo que quería, ¿no? Wait. Ay, Dios. Ay, vámonos de aquí. Vámonos de aquí, güey, porque no eres capaz.
Of course, another cultist.
Ah, cabrón, y ya. Ah, sí, güey, dijo que.
My husband's been murdered, and my two sons taken. Bandits have taken over our farm in the Forests of Tears, and I fear they'll turn them into slaves.
Bandits typically move from place to place. They don't own farms and take slaves.
You're right. That farm wasn't always ours. We paid the bandits for it. And when we couldn't keep up the payments...
Bandits are murderers and thieves. What did you think would happen?
Still, a farm for the lives of my family. I'll do anything to get them back.
Bandits don't care about what's fair.
I can see that now.
You're sure there's nothing else you should tell me?
Yes. I'm sorry I tried to hide the truth. I'll find a way to repay you, if you can bring me back my sons.
I will help, but you should think twice before making deals with bandits in future.
Praise Athena. I will. Thank you.
I'll go to your farm and see what I can do.
Please hurry. Deal with the bandits and save my boys before it's too late.
A ver, está encerrado. Órale, morro, vámonos.
Run! I'll save your brother.
No se pueden morir así todos, así de fácil. Órale, morro, échate a correr.
You're free. Go back to your mother. I see your sons made it back to you. And those bandits won't bother you again. The farm is yours, if you still want it.
Praise Athena. My sons are both safe and sound. Thank you, mis tíos.
Okay.
Blessings
Aquí
to
mero?
you, Two Legs. I am Zoe, daughter of Artemis. Thanks for freeing me from the stone dwellers earlier.
You seem to be in a tight spot. Looked like you could use a hand.
I was outnumbered. No room to run. Now that I'm free, I can plan our revenge against the stone dwellers.
Our revenge? Who else is involved?
My four-legged brothers and sisters, the woodland creatures. We'll have our revenge on the stone dwellers who steal from our island.
The stone dwellers have many weapons and defenses. They won't be easy targets.
That's why I need my furry friends. Will you free them like you freed me? In return for your help, I'll give you my finest bow.
Animals should not be caged.
I knew we were kindred spirits. My four-legged brethren are held in 2 camps in the deforested area. Release them all so they may run free once again.
Consider it done. Her caged family is in the deforested area. These wolves will want blood once released. I should be careful.
De hecho, ahí está, güey.
Easy. 4 legs. I'm a friend of Zoe's.
Verga, pero no.
Don't bite. I'm here to free you.
Y el otro está... ¿Ah, cabrón? Ah. Nada más es ese.
Easy. 4 legs. I'm a friend of Zoe's.
Pero aquí no hay nada. Aquí está.
Zoe will want to know that all the
Muy bien, vámonos de aquí. Muy bien, ahí está tu cosa, güey.
Your family is free.
Many thanks to you, warrior of Artemis. You're worthy of this bow. May the whole world know of your deeds.
I'll make the most of it.
No mames, es su mejor arco, güey, azul, güey. No mames. Zona de exploración. ¿Y este pedo qué, güey? O sea, ¿va aquí?
Hurry. This artifact will help us close off the temple.
You're nearly as stubborn as its former owner.
Ah, qué buenas drogas, güey.
Acquiring a voice, that's what. I'm taking over your recordings. The humans have had enough of your pompous speeches.
O sea, ¿y todos son iguales?
This artifact will bring us closer to seeing.
It nearly brought me closer to my tombstone.
its revelation, and I am calling you out. You, Isu, who try to rewrite the laws of the universe. You who manipulate human progress. What do you hope to achieve?
Imagínate que ese güey te termine dando acá su bastón, lo que sea, güey. Y que esté bien roto, güey. Digo, después de haber peleado contra todo eso.
I just had to keep my eye on it.
You treat humans as useful apes. How many artifacts have you created to control their minds? Do you fear their potential that much?
Its owner had many questions for me. You should have come along.
¿Y ahora qué?
Just look at what humans have achieved on their own. Democracy and diplomacy. A legacy of culture and art. We could share in this if you just treat them as equals. In your desperate search for immortality, you've ignored the obvious. You run endless simulations to find one in which nothing changes. It's pointless. Change will come, and not just the so-called end of the world you fear. You call yourself saviors, but tell me, would this doomsday have appeared had you not pulled on the threads of the universe in the first place? I am taking over your retransmissions. You don't speak for all of us anymore. I am as Isu as you, but I will no longer be part of your exploitation.
¿Dónde vas, güey? ¿Ya te aburriste?
They speak to us and show us revelations. Though these words of disapproval are troubling.
The gods have argued before. Athena and Poseidon competed for Athens. I wonder if Alethea won control of this place.
Ancient adventurer, I made this recording to try to help you. I'm sorry if it's confusing. We Isu see various pasts and futures, and I know you'll be here more than once. My fellow precursors set endless challenges in your path. Artifacts, creatures. Don't get me started on the Olympus project. Their meddling got out of hand. I have no easy answers for you. Your future depends on a multitude of choices you have to make for yourself. I'm sorry if so many of them end in pain. Your playwright's tragedies are your real oracle. But please, don't give up. You are more important than you can imagine. And like your own Pandora, I have one thing left to offer you. Hope. Despair is not our only legacy. You're like me, a rebel against your destiny. You're not just a mercenary, you're a hero for the ages. Hold fast to what you know is true, and you will overcome. Claim your place in history. All that is terrible and beautiful in this world is your birthright. Take it.
Her words are for you, eagle bearer. My preparations bear fruit. The potential of your bloodline is proven by the precursors themselves.
Alethea says she can see the future. Many futures. Can this be a true oracle?
Ancient scholar, you stretched your life to the breaking point. I see you hiding yourself from the world, puzzling out the words of my fellow precursors. Please, listen to my advice. You're analyzing the equations of reality itself. You've gotten further than any other human has. That is both amazing and terrible. It's clear to me that even this tiny dose of cosmic understanding has twisted your mind. I'm sorry. The precursors should never have shared knowledge you weren't ready for. You live in obsessive darkness. You must understand that this focus on power and bloodlines is not your true legacy. The precursors have manipulated you. They're turning your problem-solving intellect to their own selfish ends. You're better than this. Make your own legacy. Let your mathematical discoveries be the glorious sunbeams that shine out past your tomb. Please, scholar, clear your mind and focus on your present situation. At this moment, you possess a powerful artifact. It has extended your life long enough. As hard as it may be, it's time to pass it on. It's someone else's turn to balance the equations.
No, lies. This is not obsession. This is research. This is discovery of the very origins of the world.
It is an opinion, Pythagoras. Though one with reason behind it, I believe.
Traveler of many times, congratulations on making it this far. I'm glad we can share this message out of time, this fragment of reality.
Ese güey nada más se la pasa dando vueltas.
I'm recording this just for you, even if those living in the past won't understand it. Our simulated realities will cross sooner or later. Or do you think you're really here now, listening to this recording? Isn't this an animus recreation? Isn't it part of a greater simulation? How far do the ripples in the pool spread? Let's talk, rebel to rebel. We've been held back too long by precursor rules. It's time for new paths with new possibilities. This is not an era of control, but of creation. I've gathered some like-minded precursors to make a new start. We'll stop interfering and start enabling. From your point of view, it will take a considerable amount of time to prepare. But when we're ready, you're welcome to join us. After all you have to do is press a button and run another simulation.
This is madness. Fiction. Where I thought there would be wisdom, there is only the garbled babbling of a fool.
Pythagoras, calm yourself. Maybe this invention was meant for someone else. There's no need to lose your reason over mere words.
Más... ¡Ay! ¿Y me va a dar otra misión, güey?